guys, welcome to Freedom Homestead. I'm Tangie. Sun's getting ready to go down. I have a couple of things I need to get done out in the garden before it's too dark, but I wanted to just give you a garden tour, garden update for the week. First, I'm going to go ahead and zip up my tender plants here. I still have some tomato plants that I haven't put in the garden yet. I haven't put any peppers out yet. I still have a couple of squash and a couple of marigolds and some zinnias that are still in here. So let me show you how they're looking. See, everything is looking good. It's definitely time for a new cover. This one has seen better days. I'm probably just gonna duct tape it and hold it together for this year, and then hopefully next year I can replace it. Just to show you some of the containers, my chives are still doing great, and I finally have some little baby seedlings. These are my muncher cucumbers that we are growing on the back deck. We're gonna just grow a couple of plants for fresh eating during the summer. Okay, so let's go out to the raised bed garden and show you what's going on out there. I am super excited about the salad bed, is what I call it. It's where we have all of our lettuces and spinach. Everything is looking so good. Actually, first let's stop and look at the herb garden. Okay, here's the herb garden. I think next year I'll have Jack cut around this to make it wider, but we'll just deal with how it is right now. We've already harvested a little bit of thyme. I have cooked a pot roast last night, and I put some thyme and some rosemary in it, and it was so good. But yeah, the cilantro is booming. The sage is doing good. Looks like I've got some bugs on my basil, but it'll be okay. And then the oregano is really starting to bush out. I need to harvest some of it. Of course, my nasturtium and the hanging pot is doing well. All right, so here's the bed that I call my salad bed. I just harvested a bunch of lettuce. We had chicken tacos tonight, so I harvested a bunch of lettuce. This is the pink bumblebee grape tomato. It's doing really, really well. We're gonna do a single stem pruning on it to go up this pole. You can see my scarlet runner beans back there are all doing great. That nasturtium is doing good. I think this is Merlot lettuce. Pretty sure is what that's called. All my spring onions look great. My spinach is doing good. I've already harvested this, and it seems like the more you harvest, the more comes up. So I'm probably gonna harvest a bunch of it tonight, and then just put it up in the freezer. My Swiss chard is doing really well. I went ahead and came back, and I have planted some more radish, the sparkler tip radishes through here. I have a pygmy sunflower that I've planted right here. These are beets, and I think I also planted some pygmy sunflowers right there. My sugar baby watermelons have not sprouted yet. Over in this bed, we have yellow onions and we have garlic. Everything's looking great. I'm saving all of this space for my pepper, so it's not time to plant that just yet. I did plant some pygmy sunflowers, I believe, there, and I think I planted some there, pretty sure. No cantaloupe sprouts yet, but it'll be a little while. Down here in this bed, I tied up my Egyptian walking onions. I have been harvesting from it, but they were laying over, so I just tied them up to keep them from doing that. Something got in this bed and dug up an area, so I had to reseed all of this. But I do have some carrot sprouts. I don't know how well this is gonna do. I hope it does well. I really want to can some and put some up. Over on this side, my carrots are doing a lot better. This is where I have oh good grief, those two. This is where I have Blue Lake bush beans planted, white icicle radishes, and my cucumbers. Everything's looking good. I do have a couple of bare spots I think I need to come back and reseed. But yeah, everything in this bed is looking fantastic. Okay, walking down here. Again, this is being reserved for strawberries, which are on their way. They have been shipped. I'm just waiting for them to get here. This is the hyssop that I planted as an experiment. So we're gonna just keep letting it grow, see what it does. Okay, over on this bed I have more Blue Lake bush beans planted through here. I've got French breakfast radishes. I actually harvested some tonight for dinner. This is an 8-ball zucchini. Guys, we all go play somewhere else, for crying out loud. I'm trying to make a video. Anyway, but its leaves look really floppy and kind of dry and crispy, so I'm not really sure how this is gonna do. It looks like it has some new growth on there, but if this doesn't do well, I have a couple of patty pan squash that I need to find a home for. So yeah, if this doesn't seem to perk up or improve, I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to look like that or not. But I may just go ahead and pull it up and plant one of my patty pan squash here. Right through here, I planted some echinacea. My strawberry looks good, but I did notice that I have got some major aphids going on here. I don't know if you can see. We're supposed to get more rain tomorrow, so I have not blasted them off yet. But I did notice, look at that, there's just so many. But I do have baby strawberries. Yay! Lots of them. And again, over here, runner beans look good. Everything is just looking really, really good. Okay, let's go check out the big garden that we call Fort Freedom. Okay, so we actually just posted today our reveal of our Fort Freedom. We call it Fort Freedom. It just looks like a fort because of the fence, and we love it though. So let me show you what I've got planted, what's coming up. This garden, I believe, is like 25 by 25, something like that. So let me show you what's going on out here. They'll do that all night. So on my front row here, I have cabbages. This is Jersey Wakefield cabbage, I believe. What is it? Yes, early Jersey Wakefield cabbages. These I bought from a nursery. That's a nasturtium. And Jack came through here with a blowtorch to kill off some of the weeds and accidentally singed one. I think I'm gonna lose it. He singed a couple of other ones accidentally, but they'll pull through, they'll be fine, I think. But I am gonna lose that one, I think. But yeah, these look really, really great. Over here on this row, I have planted okra, and I haven't really noticed any coming up. I do have a marigold planted here. Down on this next row with the cattle panel, I have, these are all Roma tomatoes. I do have a couple of basil planted with them, and then down here at the very end I have a patty pan squash. Then I've got a sunflower that's come up that also got a little singe, but I think it'll be okay, it'll pull through. The rest of these there are some Romas, a couple of Cherokee purples, and a couple of mortgage lifters. And then I also have basil planted, a couple in this row. And then down here I have a patty pan squash and then another marigold. Down through this row I have some collard greens planted. A few have come up for me. See, here's one. And then there's a couple down through there. I am going to use part of this row for peppers, and I'm probably also going to use part of the row of okra as well for peppers. My corn is doing really, really well. So I've got 3 full rows of corn, then I've got half a row of corn back there, and I've got zucchini planted on this side, and I've got yellow crookneck squash planted on that side. And that has not come up yet. Here's another sunflower. So I planted sunflowers down at the end of each row. Looks like I've got another one trying to pop up right there. Very cool. Okay, so that's what's going on inside Fort Freedom. So Kentucky's actually getting ready to experience a late freeze. It is the first one that has happened since 1976. So basically, first time it's happened in my lifetime. So yeah, one night, I think tomorrow night is supposed to get down to 30 degrees. Then the night after that, it's going to be a little bit warmer, above 32. I think it's going to be like 37, but still really chilly. So yeah, I'm really nervous, kind of sad because I have worked really hard on keeping most of my plants that I started alive. Everything that is in here except the cabbage I started from seed. So I'm really hoping that I can get everything covered up well enough that they don't die. So it's supposed to start raining tomorrow, and I'm not going to cover these plants until tomorrow evening. But what I am going to go ahead and do is we have a couple of bales of straw, and I am going to go ahead and mulch the 2 rows of tomatoes. So here we go.
Tater bug, eating my potatoes. Tater bug, don't want my tomatoes. Tater bug, what makes you so hungry? Tater bug, eating all my money. What makes your garden grow? Water and sunshine.
So what I'm doing is I'm putting down straw around the plants to act as a mulch. This is straw that we actually bought toward the end of the fall, and it's been rained on and snowed on and frozen and thawed out, so it's really broken down really well.
Tater bug, eating all my money. Makes your garden grow? Water and sunshine. What makes your spirit grow? Knowing that she'll be mine. Tater bug.
Alright guys, so I have just finished mulching around the tomatoes, and I think I'm going to call it quits. We do have a security light. It doesn't cast a whole lot of light on the garden, but I got it done. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this garden tour, and until next time, remember to be vigilant, be prayerful, and be prepared. Bye guys.